Right now, though, how observant are you of your environment? Not just where you are, but the natural world around you. Whether it's your garden, the trees in your street, or the land that you care for. If you're in Burra, you'll have the opportunity to learn about nature journaling, a practice which involves recording the changes in the natural environment. Emma Llewellyn is the practicing therapeutic horticulturalist at the Botanic Gardens and will be hosting the event. And Lisa O'Connor is Community Library Officer for Burra Community Library. Good morning to you both.
Morning, Tom. Good morning, Tom.
So, Emma, to begin, can you explain what is nature journaling?
Yeah, sure. It's a short question, but it's a long answer. But put really simply, it's recording observations in nature.
And so, what does it involve? Is it is it really detailed? Is it scientific? Does it involve graphs and charts? Is it something a little bit more free flowing?
It can be all of the above, and it can be anything that you want it to be. So nature journaling is really as individualised and personal as the people that undertake it. It's very inclusive and for everyone. So it can be recording data like rainfall and doing diagrams and scientific drawings if that's what ignites you. It can be poetry and prose. It can be reflecting on how you feel out in nature, looking at your surroundings and what you learn from nature, doing sketches, all sorts of things.
And so there's probably people who do this in an informal way, to make observations about their environment and maybe just, think about them and think about the changes and what they've observed. What are the types of benefits of actually recording this in whatever way it is, as you detailed all the different ways that nature journaling can culminate?
Yeah, there are so many benefits, and it's a really so nature journaling. And as I practice it, I work in nature-based wellbeing, as you mentioned, in therapeutic horticulture. And I guess at this point too, I want to acknowledge as well that nature-based wellbeing is a relatively modern modality in the West, but that First Nations people in this country and also the world over are the experts and really the wisdom holders in understanding that inseparable connection between nature and well-being and community. As a profession, it's relatively new. It's had a bit of a longer history in the US and the UK, but we've seen a big rise in Australia, particularly post-COVID, and nature-based wellbeing's on the rise, and nature journaling is one of those fantastic ways to look after your well-being. So great for your physical health, it gets you outdoors. Great for your mental health, connecting with other people, connecting with nature, and developing a relationship with nature which really gets that custodianship and the stewardship, caring about our environment happening.
And so on the flip side, the benefits to our nature, to our environment of making those observations and seeing how things change seasonally and maybe annually. What are the types of benefits that can come for the environment of paying more attention to it?
Yeah, sure. So if I can use a personal example, when I moved up to the region and was going out, I was very new to the region, hadn't lived in the north before, and was going out almost on a daily basis, walking, observing nature, and completely fell in love with the irongrass grasslands of the mid-north, which are incredibly unique. There's only 2% left of the original extent. And from making those observations and recording some of them, I feel very connected to this landscape now. So I feel a strong sense of kinship and also a strong desire to protect the environment around me too. So it really fosters that connection with place. And importantly too, Tom, it connects us with a sense of awe and wonder and gets us into that childlike state of really appreciating with a open mind the beauty that's around us. And I guess, that's a benefit of the nature journaling too, is it gets us back into a state of play as well. Is that, data recording might be one way that we go about it, but being experimental, quietening that inner critic and having fun with it is another really helpful way to go about nature journaling too.
And so, Lisa, you've helped organise this for the Burra community, the workshop that's coming up this Sunday as part of the Library's SA Firstival to get people involved in new practices. How did you find out about, the work that Emma has been doing and, want to bring this workshop to the library?
Oh, well, actually, we were very lucky to have Emma do a workshop for us when she first moved to the area. And that's how we got to know that she's worked for the Botanic Gardens and that she has this fantastic therapeutic horticultural knowledge. So we have tried to tap in as much as we can to her skills and her talent, and we booked her for Sunday for our workshop as part of the Firstival series of events that we're running. So Firstival is a great opportunity for our community to come together and participate in things that perhaps they haven't participated in before. Get to go back into your library. You might not have been in there since you were a child. Some people get busy in lives and forget that libraries have so much to offer. We have great resources, books, digital resources as well these days, but we're also a wonderful community living space. So we have a lot more to offer. And nature journaling is one of the many events that we're running this year, and we're just so happy to have Emma running this session for us. So that will be happening this Sunday. And we do have a couple of places that have become available. So if anyone out there is keen to join in, we're happy to have you.
Fantastic. And Lisa, is this something that you've tried before? Have you, or are you hoping to learn along with the rest of the community this Sunday?
Oh, I've actually done a nature journaling with Emma. I've been very lucky to do a one-to-one session out at our beautiful Burra Gorge area, and I found that fantastic because to start with, I thought, well, hang on, I'm not really an artist, but you don't need to be an artist. You just need to have a real appreciation for your environment and for learning about what's around you. And it really does bring into focus, slow down. You know, we live in this busy world with all this technology, but let's get outdoors, slow down, look around and appreciate our environment. And in that way, you begin to sort of take more notice and take more care and also responsibility.
Lisa O'Connor is with me from the Burra Community Library, and Emma Llewellyn, practicing therapeutic horticulturalist, who will be hosting a nature journaling workshop at the Burra Library this Sunday. Now, Emma, how have you seen the nature journaling community grow?
Oh, look, well, for example, there's a fantastic woman who's based in Queensland named Bethan Burton, who in the last several years has created something with some international colleagues called International Nature Journaling Week, and that's growing and growing and growing in popularity. And if so people can do that, by the way. It's a free online event. There's one that's just been, it usually happens at the start of June around World Environment Day each year, but people can get online and Google International Nature Journaling Week, and they keep all the tutorials from the previous years up. It's totally free to participate in, and there's lots of great free resources on there. So it's definitely growing in popularity. But if I can just... something that Lisa said that I just want to highlight again too is that you don't need to be artistic, and I'm doing the little bunny ears in the air, because people go into it sort of with a bit of a mindset of, oh, I can't draw, or I can't do this, and what we're really going to focus on in this nature journaling session is quietening that inner critic that can really prevent us from getting into the playful, adventurous, experimental space, because everyone is creative. It's just a matter of quietening down that inner critic, setting that judgment to the side for a moment and getting into that space where we can create and observe. And ultimately it's about developing our relationship and our connection with nature. That's the important part, not the product that we produce at the end of it.
Yeah, so important emphasis to you is really, just the practice of it itself and the personal benefits that you can come, more than what the greater goal may or may not be.
Absolutely, Tom.
Yeah. Well, Lisa and Emma, thank you very much for your time this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Lisa O'Connor, Community Library Officer for the Burra Community Library, and Emma Llewellyn, who's practicing therapeutic horticulturalist at the Botanic Gardens and State Herbarium. The workshop is coming up in Burra this Sunday. You can get in touch if you want to head along to that workshop. What a fantastic idea. Or get in touch with the online community as well. Joan Armatrading right now, music from her, Drop the Pilot.